water neck, like for a small block, I had to make sure I get the one specifically for this motor. And the water neck for this motor has this like little elephant nose going down here, so I gotta make sure I keep this hose here and reuse it, because I don't have no small hose to go there, no replacement hose or anything, so gotta reuse that one. But the water neck itself, I don't. Now I will be taking off this piece because I don't even know what it goes to be honest. I think somebody in my comments or my TikTok videos telling me that it's the cruise control, but I don't know where the cruise control button is in that car, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off. Yeah, just go ahead and get rid of it, you know, just get rid of it. And here go the old hose. This is where it was getting chewed through to the water pump. The elephant nose, you know, the little elephant nose. Came with the gasket, and like I said, I got the gasket maker, and also came with a brand new thermostat. Now, what's up guys, it's your boy Deuce, back with another video. If y'all didn't see the last video, man, go check it out. I basically showed y'all the reason for me unboxing the new water neck in this video and a new radiator hose in this video. You feel me? So the whole reason for me doing this is because my old water neck is pretty rusted out, and yeah, I didn't feel comfortable leaving it on there after I seen it, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to go ahead and just buy a brand new water neck and buy a brand new upper radiator hose, because my other radiator hose that was on the car was getting chewed up by the belt, and like I said, I didn't feel comfortable leaving that on, you know what I'm saying? For one, I didn't want it to bust the hose, because like I said, it's been cut in so much to where it's really close to having a hole in that spot. So I'd rather go ahead and replace it now than have to worry about the headache later. You get what I'm saying? So this video, man, we're gonna be unboxing this stuff now. Y'all know when I first started working on this radiator project, I went to the store to try to get a new radiator hose, and no stores had them. AutoZone didn't have none, Advance didn't have none, Raleigh didn't have none, so I had to order it. So while I was ordering, I was like, bro, I might as well replace the water neck while I'm here. So I went ahead and placed the order for the water neck as well. So I got both of them, and they came in 2 days. Got both of them from AutoZone, online AutoZone. Had to order them, like I said, and they came in like 2 days. So wasn't no rush. But like I said, I wanted it in before this weekend, trying to finish up this project, and it came in really quick. It came in during the weekday, actually, like a Wednesday. You feel me? So came in really quick. So all we finna do is unboxing in this video. In the next video, we're gonna go ahead and install both pieces, and then that'll be the end of the radiator project. All I have to do is finish wiring up everything, and then I'm fully done. So y'all stay tuned, man. We finna get everything fully finished, man. Like I said, we almost there. We are almost there, the finish line for this radiator project, bro. So I hope y'all enjoy, man, everything that's been going on. If y'all didn't know how to do this stuff, I hope y'all learned, but I'm pretty sure most of y'all already knew, you know what I'm saying? So, but if y'all didn't, man, that's why I'm here, trying to help y'all while also teaching myself. You know, it's my first time doing a project like this, doing something like this. I ain't never changed the radiator before, but it's not really that hard, you know. Just the only hard part, I think, is going to be finishing this wiring job and then bleeding the system for the coolant. I think that's going to be the only hard parts, but other than that, everything else has been really smoothly. I was sent the wrong radiator, so I had to wait an extra week to finish putting in that radiator, but the new one came in and it fits perfectly. It's the right size. They had sent me a 33 and I needed a 31 for the Cutlass. A 33 is for the box Chevy, so this is the one for the box Chevy, which I need to go put up at the other crib. And the one for the Cutlass is already in the car, mounted up and ready to go. All I gotta do is put my support bracket on, like I said, finish wiring it and bleed the system, and then I'm done. That's literally it. So like I said, we almost there, bro. So y'all gotta stay tuned, man. We getting there. We slowly but surely, one step at a time. Y'all know the motto. So make sure y'all like the video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn that post notification bell to all, the way y'all get notified as soon as I drop. Share the channel, share this video, man. Road to 5,000 subscribers, so I need y'all help to hit that goal. Share the channel, share the video, subscribe if you're new. Tell your family and friends, come subscribe, man. It's free, it don't cost nobody nothing. If y'all want to, screen record the videos, post them on different social medias. If y'all don't want to do that, just click the share button, like I said, and share it any and everywhere, man, to try to get the channel any and everywhere. I already told y'all, man, giving myself till I'm fully finished with college, with this YouTube stuff, and then from there, it just is what it is, you know? So, yeah, I'm taking it one day at a time, but it's like, I know this stuff don't happen overnight, bro. I know it takes a while, so I'm gonna just keep grinding until my timeline is up, you feel me? So hope y'all enjoy this though, and I'll catch y'all as soon as I get outside the car. Alright y'all, we outside the car now, and before I go ahead and pull everything out of the box, y'all can already see my radiator hose. I want to tell y'all, man, I did get brand new hose clamps just because I didn't want to reuse the ones that was already in there. I just went ahead and bought this brand new little kit, 20 of them in here, and just get the ones that I need. And I got this from Harbor Freight. Got this water pump and thermostat housing gasket maker, because I got to put this under the gasket for the water neck. Went ahead and got this, and this was from AutoZone. I think like $6-7, you feel me, not too much. And the only reason why I can't bleed the system today after I put my new water neck on is because you gotta wait 24 hours. So if y'all see number 4 right there, allow 24 hours to fully cure before filling with fluids or returning to service. So I won't be able to put no coolant in the system today, so that's another reason why I'm waiting till tomorrow to put coolant in the radiator and then try to bleed the system. But if it's rain tomorrow, I'm gonna just wait the next weekend, man. I'm not, like I said, I'm not in no full rush to put coolant in the car and dry the car because it's supposed to rain this weekend. I don't want to take the car out in the rain. I just don't, you know what I'm saying? So it can sit, you feel me, for another weekend. It'll be okay, because next weekend is supposed to be good, you feel me? So hopefully next weekend is good. And don't mind my wires, I gotta finish wiring this up. I'm almost done. I gotta extend this one because this one gotta go to a fuse. This one I gotta ground to the chassis, and then also I gotta put it to my MPT port. So, and then the blues go to the fan. The red I gotta extend it just a little bit to go to my battery, and then the wiring is done. It's really simple, not too hard to do the wiring. But yeah, man, that's them two. Like I said, before I unbox it, I want to show y'all the original pieces. So let's go to the front of the car. And if we look, like I said, go check out the last video, man. I went ahead and got my radiator put in with both hoses, upper and, well, both metal hoses, and then the lower hose down there. But this is the water neck. That's why I'm replacing it. Look how rusted this mug is. Just don't look pleasing. So I'd rather go ahead and replace it now. And then with this Oldsmobile, it's 307 motor. The water neck goes down to the water pump, so it connects. It got this little neck here. So yeah, and I couldn't just order any water neck like for a small block. I had to make sure I get the one specifically for this motor. And the water neck for this motor has this like little elephant nose going down here, so I gotta make sure I keep this hose here and reuse it, because I don't have no small hose to go there, no replacement hose or anything. So gotta reuse that one. But the water neck itself, I don't. Now I will be taking off this piece because I don't even know what it goes to be honest. I think somebody in my comments on my TikTok videos telling me that it's the cruise control, but I don't know what the cruise control button is in that car, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off. Yeah, just go ahead and get rid of it, you know, just get rid of it. And here go the old hose. This is where it was getting chewed through by the belt right in here, so it's getting chewed right there. And like I said, it's really close to most likely causing a hose, and I did not want to risk it driving it, so I just went ahead and replaced the hose as well. And I'm gonna have to try to angle it some way to where it don't get caught again, maybe like that or something like, yeah, something like that, maybe, to where it don't touch the belt again. So that's the old hose. Now let's go on to the back, because this hose is gonna be trash for now. Well, actually, I'll throw it away after this video. But this is the new hose. Ordered it from AutoZone, and when I was ordering it, like I said, they didn't have any in person. I had to make sure I got the exact same one that was already on this car, because I know this one fit and it goes to the car without kinking up or anything, you feel me, without bending up. So once the system start going and the coolant get in there, it'll expand it right. But yeah, I had to make sure I got the right one, and this is the part number. If y'all still got y'all 307 motor like I got, that's the part number 71030 Daco. Like I said, I got mine from AutoZone, so I had to make sure I got the right hose. So I took pictures of this one and then looked online, and this is the one that showed. So got the right hose, and then here go the brand new water net. I don't know if it's a part number in there, anything. Yeah, 4841 KT thermostat Duralast, and this is the one, like I said, for my motor. I got the elephant nose on it. And it also came with a new thermostat. So this is it. This is the new water neck. Y'all see no rust on it. And then this is the piece that goes to the water pump. The elephant nose, you know, the little elephant nose. It came with the gasket, and like I said, I got the gasket maker, and also came with a brand new thermostat. Now I don't know what degree this thermostat opens up at. I'm guessing it's 180 as well. But yeah, it did come with a brand new thermostat. And it's gonna be my first time changing the water neck. Y'all know I got to change the water neck on the Box Chevy as well. And I was like, yeah, I might as well change it on here because look how bad that one looked. I needed to replace the hose, and since I had to order it, they didn't sell these in person either. I went ahead and placed the order for this as well. So this piece goes here, just like that, and then this piece goes to the radiator. So everything should be good, man. Everything should work out perfectly good. And now all I gotta do, like I said, is install this stuff. So that's gonna be the next video. We're gonna pull off the old water neck, we're gonna scrape off the old gasket maker, and we're gonna put on the brand new water neck and radiator hose. So I need to leave these out real quick and take a picture. But like I said, this one is trash. This one ain't good no more. Look like I got a little bit of rust on the inside too. So yeah, this mug is trash anyways, because like I said, it was getting chewed up. Y'all see? So yeah, it was pretty much done, ready to go. So that's why, like I said, I didn't want to risk it. So I went ahead and just got another one. And like I said, I got brand new hose clamps, and also gasket maker, water neck. Got all that stuff brand new. Might as well, you know what I'm saying? Might as well replace it since I got the brand new radiator in with electric fans. And like I said, all I gotta do now is wire up these fans. Then the fans will be done, which it should not be hard to wire these up. I gotta make sure I also don't pull the wires out, you know, get close to the belts and get tangled up and tear something up. So I gotta make sure I do everything right. And I also got some more wire wrap for the wires for the fan. And like I said, I just gotta put on the support bracket. And this is why I got new clamps, because the screw came out right here, which I could easily put back in, but I was like, man, I don't even feel like dealing with that headache. This one is trash too. Just get brand new ones from Harbor Freight. As y'all see, I still left the cap on here because this is the side the other hose go to. So y'all stay tuned. Like I said, we're gonna get all that put on in the next video. Get the new water neck on, scrape off all that old gasket maker. Might not even be no gasket maker on there. Yeah, look like it's gasket maker on there. So scrape off all that old gasket maker, throw away that water neck, and then I gotta put in my MPT port, which I'm gonna take this off in the next video as well. I'm gonna do it all in one video. I don't need to keep breaking up these videos, man. So I'm gonna take this off, unplug it, and then put the wire somewhere. So get that off in the next video, and then put on the new water neck, hose clamp everything down, clamp everything up, and then put on the new radiator hose, the upper radiator hose. And then the video after that, I'm gonna put on my support bracket. I might have to drill a hole in it, and then I also might have to drill another hole in my firewall to run the key on wire for the fans, key on power wire to a fuse. So I'm gonna have to do that as well. I might have to drill one more hole, put a grommet on there if I have one, and do it like that, which it should not be that hard, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta make sure I don't want to drill a hole too big, you know what I'm saying, putting it through there. So, and this kit did not come with any grommet, so I'm gonna have to probably make my own grommet because I didn't buy no grommets when I was at Harbor Freight getting the hose clamp. So I'll probably have to just make my own grommet again, like I made for my 0 gauge power wire for my subs. But yeah, man, this is everything. Like I said, man, y'all stay tuned. In the next video, we are installing this stuff. I'm very excited because, like I said, I'm almost finished. Got all my wires ready to go. So all I gotta do is literally finish hooking everything up and put it in the power wire, ground it down to the chassis, extend this wire, and run it to a fuse, and that'll be done. So like I said, I'm almost finished, super close. So y'all see, I got everything clamped down good, and once I wire wrap it, everything will be good and protected. So yeah, I think I got 14 feet of wire wrap. If I need more, I'll go get more, but 14 feet should be plenty, I'm hoping. But yeah, that's it, man. Like I said, I'm almost fully finished, man. So y'all stay tuned. Once again, here go the part number. That's the part number for the hose if you have a 307 motor like me. It's the part number for the hose, and this is the part number for the thermostat, water neck, and gasket kit. 4841KT. That's the kit, man. Like I said, it's a Duralast kit, so yeah, nice. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed, man. I'll catch y'all for the outro. Alright, y'all, so I hope y'all enjoyed, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's just an unboxing, basically showing y'all what I got, giving y'all the part number, because in the next video I might forget to show y'all the part number because I'm just so anxious to get this stuff installed and be fully finished for the day. It's already starting to get dark. It's dark and gloomy outside today. It's really dark and gloomy, so trying to make this kind of quick, man. Trying to finish up pretty quickly, so trying to close out this video so I can get on to the next video, which is, like I said, installing the water neck. I'm gonna try to put in the MPT port as well, so that'll already be in. So put them in and put in the new radiator hose. And like I said, I can't put no coolant in the system right now, just solely because I need to let that water, the gasket maker, dry and cure for 24 hours. So putting in at 4 o'clock today, 4 o'clock tomorrow, be 24 hours. So gotta let it sit in for full 24 hours. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, basically just to show y'all the parts, man. Show y'all what I got, and if y'all need to get these parts, show y'all the part numbers if y'all got the same motor. Some of y'all probably don't have the same motor, but some of y'all might have like small blocks, 350s, maybe even big blocks, you feel me, or LS's. But basically just want to show y'all each step that I'm taking to do this stuff. And now that I'm almost finished with having an electric radiator, electric fans and aluminum radiator in the car, whenever I get ready to motor swap the car, I already have that done. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is change out the hoses, you know? So like I said, I'm almost fully finished, man. We taking this one step at a time, and we're gonna keep moving, man. So hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, man, make sure y'all like the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn that post notification bell on, way y'all get notified as soon as I drop. Share the channel, share this video, man. Road to 5,000 subscribers, so I need y'all help to hit that goal. Can't do it by myself. Share the channel, share the video, subscribe if you're new. Tell your family and friends, come subscribe, man. It's free, it don't cost nobody nothing. Also, I went ahead and bought brand new exhaust tips. Y'all know I had got the 2.5 inch tips for this car. I just felt like they were small, and my box Chevy has bigger tips on the car, so I bought brand new exhaust tips for this car as well. You know what I'm saying? So I got, it goes from the 2.5 to the 4 inch. So the tip itself is the 4 inch, but it goes down to the 2.5 so the rest of the pipes can connect to the tip. You feel me? And it looked good, man. It's really dope little tip for this car, for the exhaust. And y'all know I'm not putting it out the back, bro. I don't like it going all the way straight out the back. I like it coming out by the rear quarter behind the tires. So that's where I'm gonna put it. I mean, I don't like dumps. I like you to see my exhaust, you know? I don't know why. It's just something I've always have, you feel me? I don't like dumps because you can't see it, but you can hear it. But I like I said, I like for you to see the exhaust tips, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they chrome. That's just my personal preference. So y'all stay tuned for the unboxing on that, man. That's probably gonna be tomorrow, because today I want to solely focus on finishing this radiator system and wiring everything up, finishing this all today. So yeah, man, I'm very excited to show y'all that though, and excited to get it on, man. But y'all know I'm not putting that on till I paint my frame and have my suspension put on. So once my suspension get put on, then I take the car to the exhaust shop, let them fab up me an exhaust, put my tips on, and we're good. And also I gotta find headers, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that without having headers. I need to give me some headers too. So but other than that, man, I hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, man, I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Keep God first and God bless, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.